This map first impressions video is brought to you by the Farmer Klein YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at Neverland by Oli5464. This map can be found over at modhoster.de, and there is a link to the map in the description below, and also in the description over at modhoster.de, Oli has a link to another mod pack that is strongly recommended for the map, because this map does have additional crop types. This map includes carrots and onions, I believe, if I am remembering correctly, and there are additional mods that you're going to need to activate in order to make most use of those additional crops. So let's go ahead and jump on in here. Now, at the mod selection page, I will show you the additional crops, the additional mods that are included in that second mod pack. So we have the map itself, right here, Neverland. Then we have a large grain silo and a multi-silo that is part of that pack. We've got the Ropa Panther multi-fruit harvester. And then we've got the Ropa carrot header, the Ropa potato header, a Ropa onion header, and the Ropa sugar beet header. And that is basically it that is in that pack. But if you don't have those, you're going to find it pretty darn hard to harvest those carrots, potatoes, and onions. Let's go ahead and jump on in. We'll pull up the log. See, the log loads up really quick and very clean. Not a single problem to be reported in the log as the map loads up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the PDA here. See that it is a fairly basic map, but with fields that are not square, but they are squared corners, diagonals, so they're kind of interesting geometric shapes. If we take a look at the lands area, you can see we start out by owning the main farmyard here, which is really just a big slab of concrete. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fields and the BGA that are purchased. There are several flat areas on the map that can be used for placeables, or maybe factories or industry buildings as those come in, assuming we have the M company or fabric scripts that get converted over. What's interesting is if you buy one, you buy them all for $647,000. In addition to that, you can buy the whole area on the map that is not a placeable area or a field for $1.6 million. And that'll come in handy when you want to do things like, let's say you want to make this area down here your farm, and you want to, make a road. You want to do something better than just this dirt road out here to the main road. Well, you can't do it unless you own that area, but if you buy this, then you can. So that is pretty interesting. Take a look at some of these land prices. $468,000 for that land down there. 1.2 million, 1.1 million. So the land is pretty darn expensive. $888,000. Was $600,000. Check this piece here, $214,000. Now, I will tell you that the only difference between new farmer mode and farm manager mode and start from scratch is the latter two start modes. You don't start with any land, but you still start with the starting equipment. Okay? So you'll start with more money in farm manager mode. No land, but you do have the equipment. In start from scratch, start with the equipment and less money than you do with farm manager mode, but more money than you do in new farmer mode. But again, you don't have any land to work with. So speaking of that starting equipment, let's go ahead and take a look at that. We start out with quite a fleet of implements. We've got the John Deere 8245R and the New Holland T8320. Range in horsepower from 290 to 320 for our two tractors. We got the Lizard Warrior Semi, the Case 9240 Harvester, the Wilson Pacesetter Trailer. Go with the Case Harvester, we've got the big Draper 45-foot grain header that includes its own dolly and trailer wheels. Got the Capella HS16, the big 12-meter row crop harvester header. Horse Joker 12-meter cultivator. Limpkin seeder. Vanderstand planter. Got the fertilized spreader. We've got a large trailer here that is rather, this one tips from the front. Interesting. Lifts up and everything. Indeed. And no leased equipment. Now you will notice that we've got different icons down here. Let's check out the prices screen, because we've got some cool crop icons added to the map. All of our icons are changed up here. So you can see we've got our wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflower, soybeans, and corn. Okay. Then we have potatoes, sugar beets, cotton, sugar cane, eggs or wool or milk, chaff, we have wood chips, silage, grass, hay, straw, we have manure, we have liquid manure, digestate, and then we have our potatoes and our carrots. So let's take a look at what some of these other mods are that are included in the mod pack. So we have the Ropa multi-fruit harvester that will allow us to do sugar beets, potatoes, carrots, and onions. So the normal Panther here will only do sugar beets, but this adds onions, carrots, and potatoes. This particular harvester's foray. And if we go under beet technology, under tools, we have the modded carrot head, 4 meters. We have the 4-meter modded onion head, potato head, and the sugar beet head, all for the modded Ropa. Go to placeables and silos. Then we have the modded large silo and multi-silo, and you see it has been equipped to take all kinds of products above and beyond what would typically go in to an in-game grain silo. So with that, we're going to go ahead and pick up our Mahindra so that we can tool around the map. We're not going to bother jumping in to a different game mode because, like I said, the only thing that's different is we don't own any land on the other game modes. Everything else is exactly the same. Let's go to the shop. Hop in our Mahindra and start driving around. Out here, so we've got a nice good view. The map overall is pretty darn flat, but I think it's a pretty nice map if you're looking for a map with large fields that doesn't have a lot of fluff and extra going on. You like multi-crops, multi-fruit, then you got a couple extra crops here to work with. And the best part is it's error-free. That is not something that we can say very easily for lots of maps that are out there right now. That this map is error-free from the start. And look at this huge area. This is the main farm area that you get at the start. I mean, it is massive. You could plow this up and make several fields out of this if you wanted to. You could put all of your animal areas down over here. Wanted to have animals also. Now, what's interesting is we can't sell these buildings. It would be nice if we could sell off these buildings. And then we could plow this all up, put grass down, and just make it one giant grass area. What we're going to do is let's head out and go to north. Then turn around and make our way down to this other area. Got the biomass. This will take, not drive in the hole. Check and see what the biomass will take. Biomass facility will accept wood chips and wood chips alone. Sorry, wood chips and straw. Not have spoken so quickly. Biomass will take wood chips and straw. See how big these other placeable areas are. You could sell that big farmyard and just buy the placeable areas. Get some extra money back because the placeables are cheaper than that big farmyard area there. And use them to your own accord. So you could plow those all up and make fields out of them if you wanted to. Or you could leave them open, hoping that we start getting some industry and factory placeables down once we get some of those scripts that are, I'm sure someone is busy trying to figure out how to get them once again working. Another sell point up here on the northwestern edge of the map. These fields should be fairly AI and helper friendly. Now I am curious. Got a couple fields with things in the middle. I'm curious to see, do these have collisions on them, or can I just magically drive through them? That'll tell us how helper friendly they are. Oh! Okay. Helpers will try to avoid those. We'll probably have to come in here and do a little bit of cleanup on those particular areas. Head over here to the spinnery and the depot. This is done by the same guy that converted one of Stevie's maps to 17 or 19, I think it was Sherwood Park Farms that he converted over. I did a video on that a few weeks ago. Thought it was a fairly decent conversion, given the fact that all of the Stevie customized type things were stripped out, because most of them relied on those scripts that aren't converted over. Now, one thing you will notice here on the PDA is none of these fields have numbers. Okay, so what that means is, here's our wool and cotton sell point. So none of these fields have numbers, which means we're not going to have contracts. We might have transport contracts, but that is it. That in my opinion is really a shame. I wish Oli had gone further this and actually defined these fields so that we could have contracts on these fields. That would go a really long way in helping the farmer get some money, because these fields are big and costly. This map has already been updated once. So right now I am doing a video here with version 1.1. Hopefully, maybe Oli will release another version that has some more refinements, specifically maybe fields being defined. Really cool. Look at me. Got 6 huge areas here that we could do placeables. Just waiting for all that stuff to get converted. The new, cooler stuff to get created. I'm going to kind of take a quick shortcut through the fields, through the woods. But we're not going to Grandma's house. Or we get down here to the next sell point. Work our way across the southern edge of the map. That small. Let's see here. Fence. Another sell point. Let's shoot through there and hope we don't run into something. Can't see what we're doing. I think this is the smallest of all of the placeable areas. And it itself would make a decent farmyard. Definitely put... you definitely have lots of equipment here on the map. Since all these fields are so big, you can have yourselves a fair number of secondary yards. We've got our fuel station right there to our right. Head on down here to just have 2 more sell points. We have 1 sell point and the BGA to take a look at. This is the dairy. Look. Yep. Milk is the only place that this is accepted, and milk is pretty much this is a sole milk sell point. Now, just notice this. There's no place to sell my eggs. Hopefully he updates that. Now we do have in the mod reviews playlist a placeable milk and egg sell point. So you can quickly and easily just put one down. Hopefully this will get modified, and like I said, fields will get defined. That would go a long way in making this a really nice multiplayer map. And 2, that eggs can be sold. I mean, you don't need the fields to be defined to be a multiplayer map, but if you don't want to start by owning all the fields, it is kind of cool to be able to basically work the field contracts in multiplayer. So here we are. We've got the big, huge, spacious BGA. Almost seems to be a shame to just have 2 bunkers here. Imagine if there were another 2 bunkers over here to the side. That would be really useful to have a total of 4. We've got, let's pull up our F1. You can see we've got our chaff indicator there. And here we've got the chaff indicator right there at the edge of the walls. Digestate trigger. And then, of course, we have an in-ground grate. Okay. Just make sure that is... Yep, it is indeed here at the lower level as opposed to the upper level. And then we even got some storage sheds here for any of the GA equipment that we might own. So guys, that is it. That is Neverland by Oli. It's over at modhoster.de. And as I said, be sure to get the add-on pack, which includes 2 silos that have been modified to pretty much accept everything, including the 2 additional crops. And also includes a modded Ropa Panther that will then harvest potatoes, carrots, and onions, as well as the sugar beets that the in-game Ropa Panther already harvests, and includes a series of headers to do the potato, carrot, and onion harvests. So until next time, guys, happy farming.